Right, everyone go to the toilet. Go to this shit. Grab your drinks.
I've
Before it
already
starts.
been for a poo.
Hang on. Let me wash my face first, Just never fall asleep again.
I've already had my snacks and been for a poo.
Nice to know. Thanks for telling us.
Although I can't promise I'm not going to eat again in the chat. I might eat some more in the chat. Wait, there's someone missing. Oh no, that's me that's missing. I can't see my own iPhone. Yeah, we're all on now.
There's someone missing. There's someone missing. Oh wait, I can't see myself. Oh yeah, that's right.
It's because I was looking for 6 icons and there's only 5, and then I realised my icon isn't showing.
Fuck's sake.
Guys, hang on, I'm gone. I'm not here.
He's an Iwobi fanboy.
I'm eating.
What's
Yeah,
up with everyone?
Iwobi FC we ate this weekend. See him playing like Ronaldinho.
Jesus Christ.
See the step over? You see the step over? That's my guy.
Are you winding me up?
There we go. There we go.
Best winger for you.
We are
I know who you can call out.
officially in full form.
Go on. Who, Sanj?
Won't
Rugi, you're next to my victim list of call-outs.
Wrong.
I love this.
Well, okay. No, wait, let me just see something. What do you think of his performances? I just really want to. Let me see something.
This is what I was saying to Albert earlier in chat. Yeah, is that the thing is, I believe it or not, I do not have an agenda. Yeah, when Iwobi has a good individual performance, I'm not someone that will reject it because I have an agenda. Because I don't. I will call him out and say that was a good performance, like I did against Bate Borisov in the second leg. And I said it after the Southampton game yesterday. I said Iwobi played well, decent, but overall he is still not good enough.
I mean, no, I'm just talking about like his last performance. Just forget about Iwobi. Just pretend this was a brand new player. Like,
I know. His last performance was good. His last 2 performances have been good.
Okay.
I was especially impressed with the Bate Borisov the second leg. In the first leg, he was terrible. In the second leg, he was good, really good.
You're impressed by a guy playing well against Bate Borisov.
Hey, I don't expect nothing more from Iwobi.
That's what I say, boys.
I don't expect nothing more from Iwobi though. That's the best that you can get from him.
Alright.
Rush
Oh, here's a good question. What do you think of his performance against Liverpool? That's a good question.
Well, when we lost 5-1.
Yeah, when we got pipe clean. When we got pipe clean.
I'm the wrong person to ask because I'll take 0 positives from that game.
No, I understand.
I think we should.
I'm just saying,
I think we should ask Sam.
For legal reasons, I'm not even going to say what I was thinking during that match.
Well, was it Iwobi that played the cross into Maitland-Niles?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Iwobi should be Ballon d'Or winner now for that. Why not just give him a golden statue outside the old Highbury man?
Next to Henry's. Before Wenger.
Jesus Christ, what an insult, man. Jesus Christ. I'd rather give Marouane Chamakh a flipping statue.
Oh, come on.
Oh, that's racism.
Okay, I just want to ask. I want to ask Ash, how worried were you when Iwobi was running at Trashley Young?
No, I wasn't worried at all. No, I'm serious, not one bit. But I was afraid of Lacazette, the Aubameyangs. Yeah. Not even Iwobi.
The only thing I was worried about was the fact that Iwobi was going to trip over thin air again.
The only thing I was worried about attacking-wise in the Arsenal Man U game was probably Aaron Ramsey because he was good. He was creating chances.
You would say that you're Welsh.
Yeah, you're Welsh.
Oh yeah, gender again.
Bias.
Wait, are we talking the J-Lings dance show? Or are we talking in the league?
The league.
Oh, the league.
Yeah, the one at.
You're talking about FA Cup.
Yeah.
No, the one at Old Trafford.
That's what I said. The J-Lings dance show or Old Trafford? Which one?
Old Trafford.
All I'm saying is,
the thing about Old Trafford that irritated me was Lacazette's disallowed goal. We caused ourselves a lot of problems. Like I just don't know what's wrong with our defenders sometimes.
Do you remember a few years ago when Arshavin scored that screamer at Old Trafford?
Oh, yes.
Now, that is one player that I expected more from. Sharvin should have been much better with us than he was.
Remember a few years ago, Old Trafford? I'd hate to remind you of it, though.
Don't say it. I know what you're going to say. I will rip you apart if you say it.
Oh, come on.
What are you going to say about it?
None of us have forgotten. It's not like...
Dan, people have ate too much, so don't do it.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
You know what
I'd hate to get this pod started on a negative.
You know what annoys me the most about the performance? It was like the squad we put out there. I was expecting 6, but like, jeez, like I really genuinely was expecting 6.
The only team that bottles more than Liverpool is Tottenham.
No, you see what you know what I said. I have this thing with my friends. Like Liverpool is literally Tottenham with history. Think about it.
Basically.
I'm not even trying to diss Liverpool.
We were literally there showing our back.
I'm not trying to diss Liverpool because I like what they did, and I want Arsenal to do it as well. I want to follow the same structure Liverpool have built, but at the same time, like this is bad because of the amount of stuff you guys talked at the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
So it's over for you in the summer.
The thing is,
it's really over for you guys.
Sanj, the thing is, I want to hear an opinion from a proper scouser. Let's ask an Everton fan.
Oh, dude.
What?
First of all,
Sanj. Sanj.
Excuse me? This is an abomination.
I just still can't believe, Man United were there for the taking. They were like just showing their back and saying, just finish up. And you were just simply playing us around. But too bad the time went.
It was tactical.
How was it tactical?
If we beat you,
crazy because they shut down.
You were nowhere close to threatening.
No, listen. If we beat you, Solskjaer doesn't get the job, so you're a threat next season. Solskjaer gets the job now, so you're not a threat next season.
Oh my God.
Here we go. Tony again.
So did you see John Terry joke that I sent you for Kepa,
Yeah. I've seen it. Why every single time, Tony? Do you like I just want to know one thing before we start. Tony, do you have some sort of NSFW ADHD? Do you have a hyperactive disorder with these memes?
Essentially.
Like if you're not talking, you have to send these memes. It's like it's like a coping mechanism.
Yeah, but the joke I just sent is quite dark but fun.
The RantBoys Podcast.
Van Persie arriving. Oh, what a goal! What a goal by Robin Van Persie! Fantastic lead.
Time to go! It's time to go!
Don't interrupt me.
I will interrupt. I will interrupt because
You've got small
it's
voice.
time to go!
Don't interrupt. Look, you can't even speak.
Time to go!
You can't even speak. So don't interrupt.
And even when I can't speak, I speak more sense than you fucking ever do.
What are you swearing for? What are you swearing for?
It's time to go!
What are you swearing for?
Get it
What are you
out
swearing
of
for?
your fucking head!
I think even Pochettino's more passionate about Arsenal than Gronkia.
Like he's just sitting on his ass and waiting for the money to drip. Hi and welcome to another episode of the RantBoys Podcast. With me,
About my who? About my what?
about my gang. There are all 6. We have a full roster, a full lineup in the building. Finally, starting with my co-host Tony.
So what should I call you? Should I call you Bullet, Tooth? You can call me Susan if it makes you happy. Tony.
The man from Liverpool, Sanj.
Liverpool! Come on! Jackals!
Woogie, our Arsenal brother.
See, I have a message to some mandems that'll be running their mouth, you understand? And this player is not good enough. He's not good enough. Are you good enough in bed?
Ash, the Man United fan.
Number 1 player Cynthia और हमारे जोशीले player Ash के बीच.
And Dan, the Newport County and Man United fan.
Put on the same sheet, man. Chill out. The Mick's right. I'm not a Mick. I'm bloody Welsh. Whatever.
Tony, kick us off.
Well, we start this week with Manchester, the big game of the weekend. Manchester United 0, Liverpool 0, and it's perfect to chat about this now as we've got a Liverpool fan in here in Sanj, and we've got 2 United fans in Dan and Ash. We'll start with you, Sanj, as you're outnumbered here. What was your thoughts on the game?
I feel Liverpool deserve to get every criticism that they get. They were there for the taking. It was it's not the easiest game in the world, but it's probably the easiest Manchester United team you could face. Injuries, all their substitutions were used, and we still couldn't beat them.
So for you, was it 2 points lost or 1 point gained? 2
points lost, 100%.
Yeah.
If you're winning the title, you have to make a statement and win in those matches. Manchester City win. If it was Manchester City win that game yesterday. We didn't.
Do you think this could have been the game that could potentially, when you look back at the end of the season, this could be the game that's cost you the title?
Potentially, yeah.
Yeah.
But we couldn't lose it. If we lost it psychologically and mentally, I think we would have lost the title because we've got the draw and we're now first again. It's still in our hands. So if somehow Klopp can dust them down and say, forget what happened, let's go forward, let's start winning again.
If you was a neutral as a Liverpool fan, but if you was a neutral and you was looking from the outside, would you be saying Liverpool going to win the league or City?
City.
Yeah.
It's like we said before, experience.
I like to now give the floor to Ash to start his gloating segment. Ash, your turn.
I mean, what do you say? It's a 1 point game for us. I mean, if you came to me at halftime and say that you're going to get a point from this match, I'd gladly take it. I mean, Matic was out before the game, and then we lost 3 players within the span of 45 minutes. I mean, within the first half, so there was no chance we were winning it. But then I thought we could have still, take at the end. I mean, if Chris Smalling, the pineapple man, got his head straight, and stuck his leg, it could have been a 1-0, and we would have, gloated even more. So the thing is that, but it was more like a misfit Manchester United 11. McTominay was all over the place. Lukaku didn't know what he was doing. And he has an atrocious first touch. But then I'm not going to go, criticize the...
So for you, Ash, was it 1 point gain? Was it a point gained for you?
It's definitely a 1 point gain. Come on, this is a title holding... top of the league, It was top of the league versus a struggling top 4.
Yeah, I'd like to...
It's definitely 1 point lead.
What's your thoughts on this, Dan, as a United fan? A point gained or 2 lost?
It was a point gained. I went into the game not expecting to win. I would have been happy with a draw anyway, and a win would have been unbelievable. And then, obviously, with the injuries, that was just tragic, to be fair. I've heard they're out for quite a while. But I wasn't even expecting to win, let alone keep a clean sheet. So we kept a clean sheet.
So I'd like to ask both Ash and Dan, as United fans, do you think the amount of injuries that you've got now could cost you top 4?
Yep. Yeah, I think we can still get top 4. I think we can still get top 4, but it's now going to be we're now like Arsenal. We could fail. We could succeed.
Yeah, but the thing is, as I was saying to Albert earlier, or Sanj, I think it might have been Sanj I was saying to earlier before we came on air, all 3 clubs that are going for top 4 have all got their own disadvantages. Like Chelsea, we know that the troubles that are surrounding Chelsea at the moment, the uncertainty, the whole Sarri incident, especially with what happened last night with Kepa. There's a lot of uncertainty with Chelsea, and then Arsenal. What do we need to say more about our club? Like, our defence is a shambles apart from Socrates. We're inconsistent. We've got injuries too, and same with United now. They've got injuries too. So whereas before United seemed to have an advantage, it now seems all 3 of us have got a disadvantage, which means we're all on the same level. If you get my point.
Yeah, I'd like to shift the conversation to Woogie and ask him, because you obviously know about youth football. Is this like McTominay's actual position? Because I didn't think he was that bad. He wasn't nearly as bad as he was under Mourinho.
I mean, well, in youth games, he definitely played more advanced. Like he would play more passes forward, and that's what I noticed. When under Mourinho, he just like the thing that he was praised for, his composure. It just wasn't there. Like he just didn't have any composure. And I think Mourinho was really the pressure you put on him to play centre back, to play CDM, and all these kind of positions. I think that really hindered his progress. And against Liverpool, he still wasn't that good, in my opinion. Like, I mean, maybe it's your opinion that but I just didn't feel like he was at his best. But I feel like he played better than under Mourinho, and I feel like he did better. But everyone's doing better on Mourinho. It's Ole he has everything he touches seems to turn to gold. I don't know how he's done it, but so it's. I feel kind of, as just like a football like just someone who likes football, like just seeing all those injuries and everything. I just wonder where Man United is going to go for this, and McTominay can make that position his own.
Yeah, I'm thinking about that because like with McTominay, he wasn't. I wouldn't necessarily say he was good, but I didn't know Scott McTominay could actually control the ball and dribble through the middle and progress it with the ball in his feet. Like that surprised me when he did it. When he did that twice in the game, when Liverpool left him space, I'm like, wait, McTominay can control the ball? Like,
yeah, that's what he is. He's a how would I put it? He's the regular center midfielder that just does the basics. You get what I'm saying? Like he pushes forward. He does. He's not like a Henderson type. I don't even know how to describe him. I'm trying to think of a player that he moves forward a little bit. He does some defensive work. He's just the glue. Like not really the glue, but just he's there. I wish I could come up with a player to give something.
Tom Cleverley. Tom Cleverley.
The question I have for everyone here, especially the two United fans, if De Gea wasn't in your squad right now, would United still be in the top 4 race?
No.
Well, in the race maybe, but they wouldn't be in the top 4.
We'd be 7 points at a minimum 5 points behind.
Well,
we were lost against Spurs, and there was a time
you wouldn't have beaten Spurs, so that's like 3 points away. Like I'm positive you wouldn't have beaten Spurs before.
What do you think, Dan?
And we'd have lost against Burnley.
I'd like to hear Dan's take. Without De Gea, do you think you'd be in the top 4 race, Dan?
No, I don't. I think we would be struggling.
Yeah.
Let's shift the conversation to what actually happened, which like we can go ahead and say Man United put up a great fight. Oh, Ole's team adjusted. They showed character. They showed spirit. Sure, the stadium was going completely nuts. But, Sanj, what the fuck is going on with the front three?
The pressure's getting to them, I think. You know, you're a Premier League, not Premier League winning, but like they're expected to be good enough to win the Premier League.
As I've predicted.
Yeah, last year, Salah and the front three, it's easier to play football when there's no pressure on you. That's why Liverpool were brilliant last year. That's why Spurs are fairly good. They don't compete for the title, so there's no pressure on them, so they look really good when they beat teams 4-5-0. But then when they're put in the title bracket and say, are you title contenders, they crumble. And I feel Liverpool haven't crumbled as much as Spurs, but the pressure's getting to them so much that they think you have to deliver, you have to score.
Do you guys...
last season, it was just enjoyable.
Do you guys think this game was the lack of, like, the problem was the lack of service to the front three, or do you think it was more them not combining?
Well, Luke Shaw had Salah pocketed.
See, that's the thing. That's the thing, right? I've had this argument with people. Mane, I know everyone's going to disagree as well. Mane is the best, like, on the ball, football ability, right?
I agree.
On that front.
I agree.
Right? And what people will say is that Mane had a terrible game against Bayern. He had a terrible, unlike Salah, like Firmino and Salah, when they have bad games, they're ghosting. They don't show up. Mane's trying things. Yeah. Mane's trying to get past people, make things happen. Whether he messes up, gives away the ball, he's still trying to make things happen. And that's why I get so annoyed with Salah, because I like Salah as a player. I think he's a great player. I think he has a lot of ability, but for some reason, when the going gets tough, when people foul him a couple times, when you get up on him, he just goes missing. He and that's why players like him and Hazard, in my opinion, can be in the Neymar, Messi, Ronaldo, those kind of conversations. They can't be there because this was a game where you needed your so-called best player to step up.
No, but then
But this goes back to what me and Uber have said and agreed on in the past, is that, in my opinion, if this certain player that I'm going to mention was in the Liverpool squad, or you signed him, then I think Liverpool could have the title in the bag right now, and that player is Ruben Neves.
Yeah, because it's about service. That's my thing. I think the service is that, and if you have someone who can pop a pass and basically pass players open like Ruben Neves, like he can actually pass players open from.
But they had Keita on the.
They had Keita.
Yeah, they should have gone Keita.
And Wijnaldum can do that.
I still couldn't believe the club didn't make that change. I mean, he went for the goal.
That player. What's really frustrating,
Keita would take risk, and it would create some opening. But then there was you didn't open it up, so that was I never felt threatened by Liverpool.
I'd like to ask each of you one by one. Firstly, Sanj, as a whole, do you think 0-0 is a fair result?
Yes, I guess. I think, yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
I thought United were sort of unlucky not to get a 1-0 win, really.
Yeah.
They had the offside goal. Chris Smalling at the back post where he didn't stretch for it.
Yeah.
And like I said, they had more shots on target than we did, so...
What about you, Dan? Fair result, 0-0?
No, I think we deserved to win. During the events of the game, considering how crap Liverpool were.
Yeah.
But I was going to add on before you asked again. I think if Oxlade-Chamberlain had been fit all season, Liverpool would have the title right now.
Potentially.
Yeah. But that's kind of my thing. Woogie, you said Wijnaldum can pop a pass. Yeah, Henderson can pop a pass, but I'm talking about a different level of passer. And Keita showed some of that for Leipzig, but it's as if all of that passing ability stayed in Germany. He completely lost it when he made the switch to Liverpool. He's obviously.
What would you say, Gino? Wijnaldum, Henderson can't really, split up. Gino Wijnaldum can make some splitting passes. He made some splitting passes. It wasn't like the quality from both sides from a big.
For me, I've said this consistently. For me, and I know many of you might disagree with me, Lallana and Henderson are the two most overrated players wearing the Liverpool shirt.
I don't think Lallana is really rated at highly. If it's
Henderson, I'll agree with you.
He's overrated.
Yeah, Henderson.
Yeah, he's only made to look good because of the squad. That's it.
Yeah.
Not because of talent or something.
Yeah,
it's great against Bayern. Yeah.
Let me ask you, Ash. Do you think 0-0 is a fair result?
Yeah, it's a fair result, but then some part of me still says that we should have won that match.
But that makes me wonder, because both you and Dan have said that you should have won the game, but at the same time before you both said it was a point gained rather than 2 lost.
Yeah, that's what I know. I'm not going to get greedy because they lost 3 places, and both of them are important players.
Yeah.
Without them, we're not the Man United 11 that people talked about.
Yeah. So,
like I said, it was a missed 11, so we should be happy with it.
Yeah.
I'd rather be content. And
I want to point out one thing. I'm not talking about the fact that Liverpool don't have passing ability. I know they have passers, but I'm talking about specifically a guy who's an elite passer. I'm not talking about passes that Wijnaldum can make. I'm not talking about passes that Henderson can make. I'm talking about those Luka Modric, Rakitic, Busquets, Iniesta, Prime Xavi type passes that he's not picking out a run. It's like a switch of play pass into space.
You can see it before it happens.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, Coutinho. Literally Coutinho. Describe Coutinho.
It's the guy you lacked in that game. And it's like Neves can do that. It's that elite vision and elite passing ability. And I feel if you had that player in your team, you would definitely be strolling to the title. Because right now, I don't feel that if you don't create turnover, Sanj, I don't know how you create space and create chances when teams congest the middle and congest space for you. What?
They can, but not to the level. You know, you guys have. I know Mesut Ozil isn't performing, but like he's that guy. You know, Paul Pogba's that guy for Manchester United.
Yeah,
and David Silva.
Jorginho's sort of supposed to be that guy for Chelsea, but he hasn't worked out too much. Ericsson's the guy for Spurs.
Yeah,
you know, he can pick that
David
back.
Silva.
David Silva.
Yeah.
David Silva for City.
Yeah, but City
really have it. We have Jorginho.
City have like 5 of these guys. Like,
okay, I know, but they at least have one of these players. But like Liverpool had that in Coutinho last season, but I felt like everyone was in such good form and such good confidence that we didn't miss him. Like Van Dijk shored up the back, so that gave us more confidence.
So surely that's one thing Klopp needs to address in the summer transfer window.
Possibly, yeah. If we don't win this title, he'll look back at this Manchester United game, even the Leicester and the West Ham game, because we didn't create anything in those games.
That's why they were pushing so hard for Fekir, if you remember.
Is it 4 draws in 5 games for Liverpool? Or is it...
We've only scored 6 goals in 2019.
No, hang on.
Wow. Jeez. Wow.
That's right. So so the last 5 games, Liverpool have won just 1. So that's actually boring. And then you're going to and you're hosting Watford.
So congratulations to Manchester City for the title. Great.
that's 2 trophies already.
Wow.
And now
they're going to win the FA Cup too. You know, we're injured. Again, so
speaking about City and their trophies, the Carabao Cup final this day, Man City 0, Chelsea 0. Man City winning on penalties and lifting the first trophy of the season, the Carabao Cup. And we also had the saga of Kepa with refusing to be taken off a substitute. Yeah. What's your thoughts on that, Alba?
My thoughts on that are: someone please give Maurizio Sarri a carton of free cigarettes, please. Like that man needs his smokes. Like he needs his smokes. I know a ton of nicotine addicts, obviously being a Slav and everything. So like when people don't smoke for 30 minutes, they get antsy. So of course they're gonna pace up and down when something stressful is happening. Of course they're not gonna know where they are, where their head is. You know, playing around with the zip. Arsene Wenger style, up and down on his sweater. Like he was going mad because it was literally about 120 minutes since he had a smoke, probably. Like,
yeah.
Of course he was going insane. I don't even think that Kepa refused to go off. I just think there was a miscommunication in whether he was injured or not. I think people are making a big deal out of it. But I think that Sarri, because of the fact that he's a nicotine addict, he looked like a crazy person because obviously he didn't smoke for 2 hours. I literally think it's that.
What are your thoughts on this, Dan, about the Carabao Cup final?
Well, I must say that is the strangest reasoning for this I've heard yet. To be fair, so credit to Ola for that. I think Kepa is he's disgraceful. He just sums up pretty much every Chelsea player in recent years. Well, not every Chelsea player, but most Chelsea players in recent years. Like, he's basically proven that player power exists within Chelsea. And I mean, we all knew it anyway, but like now it's in the public eye and it's like actually like factual.
Yeah,
I think he should. I think he should be dropped for the rest of the season, if not at least 5 games, because it shouldn't be happening. I mean, if that was Ferguson or something, he'd be off to China the next day, even if he's still under contract.
That's the thing. Is the Kepa situation? I want to ask you, Sanj, the Kepa situation. Do you think that's going to put off if Sarri does end up going or getting sacked? Do you think the Kepa situation will put off a top manager from coming?
Potentially, yeah, because it's like 3 managers on the bounce now. It's happened to Mourinho, who's Chelsea's most successful manager. It happened 1 year after Conte brought on the Premier League title, and now Sarri's not even a year into his job, and it already seemed he already came out and said it's hard to motivate these players.
Yeah,
so it could,
of course they don't let him smoke. Of course, it's hard to motivate. I mean, the man can't do his job without his cigarettes.
Well, then that's Chelsea's fault for hiring a manager who needs to smoke every 45 minutes.
What do you think about this, Ash? Do you think Sarri's job is? If Chelsea had won the Carabao Cup, do you think Sarri's job would have been safe?
There's no point sacking him even in the summer. You got a transfer ban. I don't think any top manager would want to come to Chelsea because you have a transfer ban and this team hasn't been sorted yet. So I'd rather, sacking a manager and going for a new one, that's another short term. And you're going to lose Hazard. So that's your star player. So I don't think this Chelsea squad, will be able to perform, especially with Europa League again in the next.
It's funny you say that. Go on.
Secondly, the thing is that I still can't believe how Azpilicueta didn't show up near Kepa, and he should have dragged him off the field. And David Luiz made an attempt. What about the rest of the Chelsea players?
Yeah.
None of them bothered. There was a captain amidst all of this hullabaloo. He should have dragged this guy. If it was John Terry, like I said, he would have dragged him off. And of course, shagged his missus. So there's still so that's a part where you start a question if there's a difference of opinion in the dressing room. None of them bothered.
Yeah, it's
Kepa. Yeah, it's a new guy. It's a new boy. Yeah,
it's not a veteran. It's a new guy. Yeah,
it's definitely easy for anyone to confront Kepa. Everyone on that field was senior to.
Yeah.
So. And the attitude, that's part of youngsters. So
I'd like to expand. I'd like to expand on the point you made, Wookie. I'd like to ask you, with the Chelsea transfer ban, do you think now Hazard will definitely stay past the summer because Chelsea potentially won't sell any players now? What do you think, Woogie?
See, the thing with Hazard is his mentality. Hazard, I feel, has the ability to be one of the best players of this past 10 years. I really feel he could. Because I've seen him develop from Lille and I've seen what he's become. And I just look at him at times and he's unstoppable. He just is crazy. He's absolutely unstoppable. And what he's being asked to do for Chelsea, create chances and score goals, it's only Messi can do that kind of stuff. And he's still he's not doing as good as Messi.
But do you think he's because of the transfer ban? Do you think he'll definitely stay now?
Yeah. So I'm saying for in the summer, honestly, it's his decision. I don't think he will. To be honest, I really think. If he has anything about himself, if he wants to have a legacy, if he wants to be something, be remembered as something great, then he has to go to a club and competing for titles. It's the same reason why I was going to respect Alexis, because it's only because he went to United. Because United, you're the bigger club and whatever. But I'm saying, if you truly wanted to do something with your career, if you truly wanted to. I can't respect you if you just go there for money. Because let's be honest, in this nowadays, the size of club doesn't really. It's the trophies and the money that people are making. Or else no one would go to PSG.
So do you have respect? Yeah. Do you have respect for Robin van Persie then?
Of course, so much respect for him. Yeah, Arsenal literally the lack of ambition at Arsenal was scary. At least you think now is bad. The lack of ambition for Arsenal was actually there was a point where I didn't even know what this club was going to become. And I still, to an extent, don't know what this club's going to become. So Robin, he looked at us and he looked at people signing Giroud and all these wastemans. And he looked and he said, he looked at Manchester United, one of probably the biggest club at the time, who were winning trophy after trophy. And he went and he won a trophy for his career. And how can anybody hate him for, yes, it was the rivals, but and I wish he could have won, but it's his career.
In that game, my takeaway was, that Sarri adjusted tactically. It's as much as he was slammed for not adjusting, for getting bashed 6-0 at the Etihad. He went back to what worked last December when they beat City at home, and he played Hazard in the false nine, sat back, soaked up pressure, and tried to play on a counter. And I think it worked pretty well. They kept City out, but it was only a matter of time, and then Emerson got beat, and actually people will forget this, but Kepa actually bailed them out on that cutback by Sterling in extra time when he beat Emerson, and he cut it back to Aguero, and Kepa pulled off 2 amazing saves. So as much as people will slam Kepa for unprofessionalism, that's where he got injured. when he was making those saves. So to me, okay, the guy wanted to stay on. He refused to come off, this, that, and the other. But if he says he's fit, why are you then trying to take him off? And if he wasn't informed about any sort of tactical reasoning for Caballero coming on to save penalties, which, again, he might have, none of us know. But if he wasn't informed, then why would he accept the manager's decision if he's fit and he wasn't informed of a tactical decision?
Can I say something?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I'm saying that in this game, yes, Chelsea they played well, and Kepa was a big part of that. This is a big problem in football. If the manager says someone should come off, unless you're Ronaldo or Messi, you have to come off. Like there's no discussion about it. It doesn't matter if you've had the craziest game. It doesn't matter if you said Hazard should come off in that game. And Hazard was probably Chelsea's best player, Kante. If you said Kante should come off, they have to come off. It doesn't matter what the problem was. And the fact that if you watch the video, Kepa swings his hand up at sorry. So yes, there was a misunderstanding, but there's clearly disrespect there. And
he winks, and he winks after 90 minutes, to the camera.
Yeah.
So there's something going on with that lad. There's a big attitude problem.
So
I think it was a tactical change because Caballero was an ex-City player, right? And if there's one guy you put on put in that position, I think it would be Caballero. And also, he's got a good track record of saving penalties.
Well,
So I thought it was a tactical decision, and it was still an injury. Sarri wouldn't have made a big deal about it. I mean, he wouldn't have thrown his bottle or walked away.
Yeah, but like Dan was saying, if Alex Ferguson, Arsene
that guy wrote the temper, so I think it was a tactical team.
Yeah, but again, Sarri came out after the game, and immediately in the post-match interview, he said it was a misunderstanding about Kepa's fitness.
Damage control.
Yeah, but then was it damage control?
It's damage control. That's what he has to do because the club's already in crisis. They don't need more crisis. Like this, Chelsea's in a terrible state right now.
And now I think he should be handling Kepa even more carefully because there's no point, going. There's no point destroying the kid's mentality right now. I mean, it's confidence to be so low. So I mean, you got this guy for 70 million. That was a panic buy, but then he's got good talent in him. So maybe I think Kepa did this on purpose because I know he wouldn't be rested in the next match against Spurs. So that's a big one.
If we're reading into that, then what do we read into, and I want to ask you specifically, Ash, because you seem to be reading into a lot of this, what do we read into Hazard taking the most important penalty and doing a Panenka?
I think it's more or less like a lottery, so you can't blame the players on it, but then Hazard was performing. He was good till the end of 120 minutes, so Kante should have scored that one. Yeah, that short pass from Hazard after making a beautiful run, beating Company, and then he laid it off perfectly for Kante. It was Kante who was to blame because, in fact, Chelsea's biggest of the night. That's what I believe. So I wouldn't find Hazard,
but I'm asking you specifically about the casual approach to take that penalty. It's the most important penalty of the shootout, and you're stepping up and you're taking.
But then I agree. But then if it goes well, I mean, Pirlo did the Euros, so you can't blame a specific method. It's hard to judge the penalty.
Yeah, but I like to ask you, Woogie, do you read into obviously this being a problem and the sort of the dressing room being casual about the manager potentially losing his job because this was a pretty big game for Sarri? Do you think that the casual approach told, not just with the Kepa thing, but with Hazard taking that most important penalty with a Panenka?
I mean, yes, I'm going to read into it because look at their past managers. They've done this. This is not the first time this has happened. Like this, they when they don't like a manager, they start to slack. They start to do stuff like this. And as for the Hazard penalty, I mean, Hazard is a genius. Hazard is a genius. So I can't really, like, Pirlo did the same thing. I forgot where he did it against England. Was it against England?
England. I think it was Euro 2012.
Yeah, Euro 2012. Yeah, he did that. Like, I mean, it takes confidence to do that, and if you can do it, do it. Like, that's why the football, you're meant to entertain the crowd.
It's completely different though, because Pirlo's a living legend.
No, I'm not talking. I'm talking about the mentality. I'm talking about the mentality.
The mentality.
Not like Hazard is a legend. I'm talking about like the mentality. But like when the Kepa thing, why I'm reading into that is that you cannot. It just doesn't matter if there's a misunderstanding. You have to go to him. You have to. There was the way that he felt he could have even, you know. Because let's say there is a misunderstanding. If he's not hearing you, go and explain yourself. Because you have respect for your coach. You go over there and say, "Oh, I'm fit, whatever." But no, he was like, "I don't even want to go over there because I want to stay here." And he swung his hands at him and he did a lot. So whether or not I'm going to read into it, especially because of Kepa's body language. And sorry to the
and in the wink, I don't know what he was thinking. To the camera, the wink at the end.
The wink was awful.
Well, the ironic thing is going from a cup final to.
And we forgot about Jorginho's run-up. Yeah,
Jorginho's just a waste, man.
Jorginho's just that is where I say, that was too casual. He has it. What kind of a run-up was that?
It worked before.
What did he do?
It worked before, but he's just a waste, man. I can't even defend that. He's stupid.
He worked against Spurs. He thought he'd work again here, but Edison did his homework.
So the next point, ironic, as we come from a cup final to Tottenham, a team that can't win trophies, who bottles it again and lose 2-1 away to Burnley, even though I didn't think they were in the title race anyway, but surely for the people that were silly enough to think they were, surely they're out of it now. What are your thoughts on this?
Piss off, mate, not in the title race. What are you talking about? We still got all the big teams to play, and we're going to make up for it. What? Mike Dean, that jinky con. Pochettino was completely right. He should have punched him in the face. He should have knocked him out right there. How dare he, Mike Dean? That wasn't a corner. That was a goal kick.
Can you hear us?
He can fuck off, Mike Dean.
This guy hear us?
That fucking idiot. How dare he? How dare he step up to Pochettino?
Listen. Your club is smaller than Everton.
No. You're not going to interrupt me right now, okay? Harry Kane was injured. He came on. He scored.
You're not winning anything for the next league.
We have the
Your children will never see your team win a trophy, all right? Okay.
Shut up, mate, yeah? I'm going to tell you one thing really, really quick, okay? Harry Kane, he was injured, and he played, and he scored. That meant we have bottle. We did not bottle it. We have bottle. We have the courage. We have the spirit. And Pochettino showed it. And Mike Dean and that ginger cunt Sean Dyche stole it from us. They stole our title. Shut up. We will win it because we are Spurs. Come on, you Spurs. Pochettino will win it.
This guy keeps hacking into our podcast. I think he enjoys being ripped apart by me.
We just call him Spencer, but we don't know who he is.
Spencer.
We just call him Spencer.
Yeah, he's some wannabe trophy winner, but he can't be because he's a Tottenham fan, so they're never going to win. And I think he just enjoys me ripping into him. So Spencer, if you enjoy that, feel free to keep on. Uber, what are your thoughts on Burnley 2, Tottenham 1?
These bottle jobs, come on. What a joke club. What a joke club, man. Unbelievable. Like, I mean, to have the Burnley front too, I know they've been on form recently and everything, and they have like an 8-game unbeaten run, and Dyche is doing his, I'm Sean Dyche, yeah, we're playing proper football, Burnley, sitting a low block, we gotta take care of set pieces, I know he's doing his thing with all of that stuff, but come on, Chris Wood scores a goal on you. Ashley Barnes.
To be honest, Chris Wood is actually a good technique, but I still couldn't believe. I mean, he steered his header really good. It was a good piece of skill.
It was, but this is proofs. This is proofs when everything's gone in Tottenham's
Liverpool could potentially drop points against United, and City are playing the Carabao Cup, and Tottenham can catch up. They
had Harry Kane.
And Harry Kane's returned. Tottenham once again bottle it and prove that London is still red.
I've said this that Pochettino's
in-game
management is the one reason why I don't. Not that I don't want him. I love him at Manchester United, but like I'm saying, like just for him to just mess up finals and stuff, he just has no. I don't know what it is. Like what is it? Why can't they win a trophy? I would kill for someone
because they're crap.
He puts pressure on himself.
Let's be realistic. Let's be realistic here. Eriksen is one of the best playmakers in the world. I've never seen someone who can make so many difficult passes consistently. Harry Kane is a top striker.
Yeah,
Son Heung-min is just deadly. I mean, their defense, I would kill for one of their centre backs. So I'm thinking, like, why can't they win a Carabao Cup? Why can't they win anything? It has to be a curse.
Because Tottenham are allergic to silverware.
Literally,
Maybe,
that's the only excuse.
More logical.
They're werewolves.
Originally,
it's actually bewildering. Like, and I feel like a lot of the players, they need to stop wasting their lives at a club. Like, I mean, Arsenal bad, but like you cannot be this good.
Yeah,
you cannot have these good players.
I'd like to hear what Sanj was going to say. Sanj,
originally he disregarded the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup, didn't
he? Who Poch?
Yeah, originally, like.
Oh yeah, I read that. He's on ways.
He disregarded it, didn't he? At a club like Spurs, you can't do that because he doesn't have any history.
A club like Spurs, a small club mentality, disobeying the FA Cup.
They're not bigger than everything. I've said this.
I know. This is what they have to do because, like, if you look at every great club, they all started with a small trophy. So if you go back to when Ferguson won his first trophy, it was the FA Cup. You go back to Wenger, it was the FA Cup. You go back to Jose Mourinho, it was the Carabao Cup. You go to Pep Guardiola, it's the Carabao Cup. Spurs cannot go from nothing to Premier League winners straight away. They have to win the small trophies first.
Which is why Liverpool. I saw some people when Liverpool. You were saying Klopp so that injuries can decrease. Like you're not taking the cup seriously. I was like, you guys just got this team, win a trophy, get yourself back on, because you haven't won anything of significance. And it's just like it annoyed me how you disregarded the FA.
Yeah, I say trophies breed confidence, and Liverpool don't have any trophies, so. I don't really have much trust or confidence in them.
But at least Liverpool have history, which is more than what Spurs have got.
Of course, no, I respect. Tottenham can't. The way Tottenham talk, the way their fans talk, like I understand Liverpool because Liverpool is the second biggest club in England.
Liverpool clubs like Man United, Liverpool, and Arsenal have dominated decades. Tottenham can't even dominate a month.
It's just like they haven't won a league title since 1960. Like, what is this club? Like, why do they feel as if they're anything?
I wasn't even a sperm in my dad's ballsack when Tottenham won the league.
No.
Is it true that Huddersfield won the league more recently than Spurs?
Yeah,
I highly doubt that. Didn't they win it in the 20s? That's crazy.
But we do know Blackburn Rovers and Leicester. We do know that Blackburn Rovers, Wolves, and Leicester are bigger clubs than Tottenham.
Definitely. Nottingham Forest, Villa.
I'd like to hear a United fan. So, Ash, what's your Tottenham bottling it again?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I still can't believe how they managed to lose that game. You lost your best players, and you were able to produce good results, and then you fuck up where you have every player that's. You had the best striker in the world, in your opinion. You had the best winger in the world. You had the best playmaker. You had the best keeper. You had the best centre back, and you bought poorly.
It proves that. Yeah,
you can't criticize them because they've managed to stabilize the club. I mean, they were getting in the top fours, but then it's these moments that you can't fail. I mean, it's not. I mean, it was not against Man United, Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea. It was Burnley, so you were supposed to do. I mean, you were supposed to win them, and it was an important match. And I mean, he deserves criticism, positive.
Yeah,
it proves one thing there. They're not Harry Kane FC anymore because he comes back and they lose. They were doing fine without him.
Son. I have to appreciate what Son has Spurs in this time. I have to just appreciate quality. The fact with these injuries that they've been able to even get close to the top. As much as I hate them, I have to really respect what. It's just too bad that they play for a club that's cursed. The chicken on the basketball.
I think. Yeah.
I mean, if Pochettino leaves, I don't know who's going to be. Who are they going to get next?
The
entire season depends on Pochettino.
When Poch leaves, if Tottenham are lucky, they might be able to get Alan Pardew.
I think they could get Eddie Howe.
They could get Eddie.
Yeah, they might get Eddie Howe. Yeah,
I think Eddie Howe wants trophies though.
Yeah, he's won a championship.
Real Madrid.
Eddie Howe's won more than Tottenham have.
Yeah.
Pochettino at Real Madrid would be amazing, but again, he hasn't won a trophy. That's the thing.
Real Madrid,
But that's the thing. I think Poch.
All these players will lose confidence on the team right now.
Yeah, I think Poch puts pressure on himself too much. Yeah. Like, they ask, "Are you in this title race?" And he goes, "Oh yeah, of course we are." I'm thinking, stupid. Why are you putting pressure on yourself? Whenever they ask Klopp, they say, "Are you in this title race?" He goes, "I can't say, it's too early. City."
Can I also say something else? My mum and dad weren't even born when Tottenham last won the league.
I don't think any of us was, to be fair.
I have a question, right? I had a question because I saw this on Twitter. Is this true? Like, I just want to make sure. Did Klopp actually say that the injuries to Manchester United disrupted the result of the game?
No,
I don't think so.
No,
I think
he said that we were in the good wavelengths or somewhere along the lines of that, saying that they didn't click.
Okay. I was about to say.
The other one
for the first time. For the first time, I think Klopp blamed his players and not like the pitch or the weather for once.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't. He didn't. He just registered a shot on target, and that's it. You have nothing. You have no excuses.
It's so terrible. I love Klopp as a person.
So for the first time, Jurgen Klopp actually did a Jose instead of a reverse Jose.
This is what I mean about fans or managers. Anyone in general, if you truly love your club, the club you're at, the club you support, the club you work for, whatever it is, if you truly love your club, then you're big enough to open criticism on that club when they do badly. If you're deluding yourself and always making excuses like I call people out for on the forums, you don't truly love your club, because you should criticise your club where it's due, so it forces them to improve.
There's a balance. You have to balance it with being positive about certain things.
Yeah, of course.
Can I just say about the Tottenham thing?
Yeah.
We were talking about the Tottenham game in the Ultimate Football Fan Discord. Quick like that. And we were like expecting Tottenham to come back and get a lucky winner as usual. But it actually goes in the other direction. And then, did you see Poch's little temper with like Mike Dean at the end of the game? Like, that's been overshadowed by this whole Kepa incident. But like, that was mad.
Isn't Poch charged Mike Dean?
I think he has been charged or something.
Yeah, he's been
charged.
He's been charged. On the Poch point, I want to ask you, Ash, and this is my tangent with the football journos community. You know, the Poch-loving journalists that are like, oh, Pochettino, oh, he's so magical, oh, he's so great, he would be so perfect for Manchester United, oh, Pochettino. Like, the thing I don't understand, the guy comes out, he hasn't won a single trophy in his career, he keeps saying they're in a title race when they're not, he assaults referees on the pitch, versus Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, who is real about the club, has a winning mentality. Everything Solskjaer says is on point, but he keeps spinning it to positivity, proper positivity, winning mentality. Like, he says, this season, our goal is to get back in the Champions League, but long term, our goal isn't the Champions League. Our goal is to win titles. Like, he said it. Solskjaer said it. Our goal is to win titles. Like, Pochettino keeps deluding himself. Solskjaer keeps talking about the reality and has the mentality of a big club. So, what I want to ask you, Ash, is would you take Pochettino given his mentality at Spurs, or do you think he's spoiled goods compared to Solskjaer?
No.
Yeah, in my opinion, Solskjaer was bought to steady the ship, and then he's gonna. I mean, he was bought to bring the good vibes back. So maybe that was because of it, and then he's. I mean, a short-term contract meant that he could talk about bad he died. It was all about bringing us under under one flag. So there was a split among the fans, there was a split among the players. So he had to bring the dressing room as well as the fan fraternity back. That's the thing with Solskjaer. And now, and if you want to question about Potter's mentality, I'm really starting to get worried about it. But if you're a manager, I mean, I agree, you have every right to confront the referee, but then to go, to try to assault him, that's where you're actually weak. That's where you're actually exposed. I want
to expand on Albert's point. Sorry to interrupt Albert's point about the mentality with Poch. What it comes down to, the mentality at clubs, comes down to the stature and the morals of the clubs that you go to. When you go to a club like Manchester United or Liverpool or Arsenal, you're expected to compete. When you go to a tiny-minded club like Tottenham, who used to be a mediocre mid-table team, fourth is their Champions League. Fourth is them winning the Champions League, the equivalent. So it comes down to the mentality. Tottenham, small club in a big club world. That's what it comes down to.
I mean, I feel like that's what Kroenke and not really Wenger, to be honest, but the whole form regime they tried to bring to Arsenal. They tried to bring and to an extent they're successful because they wanted. It's easier for fans to wish for top 4 than to wish for trophies.
But the difference is that 99% of us fans aren't happy with it, whereas 99% of Tottenham fans are happy with just finishing second, third, or fourth.
They were actually a mid-table team, so they transitioned from being a mid-table team to a top 4. I mean, that's a huge jump, and Pochettino has made them. Yeah, he's done the impossible relative to Spurs levels. So maybe that's why they're settling for top 4 and the the budget, the tight budget that they operate in.
Well, last point.
Maybe that's why the fans have low expectations. But then, if you want to really carry this club forward, you're supposed to win these games, and you're not supposed to expose yourself at these moments. So if they have to work about something, they have to definitely invest. But then it's these small things that they should be focusing on. To handle pressure well. So that's something that they've been criticized for a lot. Well, especially the last season in the FA Cup. It was their game. It was their game to lose. I don't know what went. They were 1-0 up and then they lost it. I don't know how. I mean, only Spurs can.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Arsenal. Can
I make one last point on Solskjaer? Just final thing. I'm backing Emery. Happy, but when I look at like Solskjaer, I want someone who understands the values of the club. Like I agree. Really just do. Like I really feel. So when I look at. That's why, me personally, the appointment that I would love to see in long term, if hopefully Emery works out, because I mean the guy is trying to implement something and he's done well with the dead squad. So, but the guy I really wanted to look at was Vieira or Youngberg, people like that. Because when I see what Vieira is doing at Nice, you want someone to come in and be like, who the club you're talking about. Talk about Arsenal. When the way Emery's talking, and especially with this Monchi appointment, it can go either one way or another way. Like we can become Sevilla, Europa Leagues every season. 5th, 6th, 7th, or we can become. I don't know. I really don't know.
That's why I'd prefer.
Barcelona is a good example.
I just want to say that's why I'd have preferred Overmars over Monchi, because Overmars has been at Arsenal in the peak and he knows the values and where we should be. That's why, and Overmars has contacts and links and can tap into that Dutch market that brings through young talent on the cheap.
Yeah. I just really don't want our academy to be wasted. But speaking of because as you were saying.
Yeah. But Ajax have one of the best academies in the world, so if Overmars can tap the academy and bring them over for the cheap, that can only do us good.
There's crazy youngsters at Ajax, man.
Speaking of Arsenal, I've been prevented from ranting again this week, which I'm very happy about. Arsenal 2, Southampton 0. What's your thoughts on this, Wookie?
I have to be very honest. I did not watch this game. I'm not a loyal fan. I've just been taking a bit of a break from. Arsenal. Arsenal's been a bit stressful for me, so I've been taking a break from Arsenal media. Some games.
As troops would say, you're a ham rock.
So fun.
I'm watching highlights.
You're taking a break from media, Arsenal.
He doesn't want to admit it, but secretly he's watching the game.
Yeah, that's like you.
I watched the United Liverpool game. That's why I'm a disgrace. I watched
Whoa.
Dortmund.
So you had time to watch that, but you didn't have time to watch Gooners.
No, every time I watch them, it stresses me. So I just wanted to.
Hey, how do you think I feel? I'm the most stressed person on this forum, but I still put myself through the torture to watch every game.
Yeah, it's because you're a masochist.
It's an addiction, though. It's an addiction.
Listen, Tony.
You
like that. Admit it, Tony.
Tony, you can't tell me you haven't missed one Arsenal game this season.
You like that cronky strap-on up your butt.
Oh, that's nasty.
I'll try and.
You're going to get called out.
No, I want to say one point.
But I watched the highlights of
it's either Uber or Boogie that's going to be next in my victim list for the call-out. Moving on. I would like to make a point, yeah. I am the most stressed out Arsenal fan you could ever meet, yeah. But I still torture myself and watch these matches because that's what you need to do. You need to.
That's some sort of weird fetish.
You sound tortured.
But have you missed? Wait, Tony. Just one thing before I make my point. Yeah, stuff. I'm saying, are you going to tell me you have not missed an Arsenal game this season?
From what I can remember, no. Even when we've been at our lowest point and I've wanted to drink death because of the crap, I've still watched it.
You have never been late to any game. You have watched every, because I've watched. I think this is like the first game I've actually missed, to be honest. Like, this is the first game this season I've actually missed.
Even the Bate Borisov game, I still watched that all the way. Embarrassed.
Instead of Man United,
you shouldn't find yourself a girl for Valentine's Day.
Instead of Man United versus Man City,
on Valentine's Day, Bate Borisov.
Put it this way. This is how much I bleed. This is how much I bleed Arsenal. Yeah, if a girl, yeah, and she was personality clicked with me, and she was the most beautiful thing I've ever met. Yeah, if she was a Tottenham fan, deal breaker.
Really?
I'm serious.
I wouldn't go that far.
50 Shades of Tony.
I don't have scum in my house.
No, but
just think of it when you're with her.
Trump's got one. Trump has one, right?
No, yeah, he does. But like, just imagine when you're with her, it's just hate sex.
That's a good point. Donkey.
That's another form of hate, Tony.
I did point out.
Wait, Uber.
Yeah. I did point out.
So Uber. Right.
I want to hear what Uber's going to say.
Yeah, I did point out Tony is a masochist, so it would definitely be hate sex, you know.
No, but it's like my no. Can I explain myself?
BDSM, huh?
It's an addiction. Yeah, like a drug addict. A drug addict here will keep on putting those drugs into them, even though it's causing them pain. I carry on watching Arsenal, even though some games cause me pain.
Arsenal spotting.
It's an addiction.
Every time Iwobi gives the ball away, he just gets a hard on every time.
Oh, come on.
Tony's actually waiting for it. He's actually waiting for it. When Iwobi gets the ball, he's like, yeah, let's see what he did today.
Every time Iwobi gets the ball, I get dysfunction.
On that point, Iwobi had an assist. Tony, how surprised were you?
Do you know what the biggest surprise for me is? Iwobi, and I've admitted this, so not only have I admitted this, which is a big surprise, well, no, I admit it. I'm fair to any player, yeah, when they play well. Iwobi has had 2 good games in a row. Don't he deserve a round of applause?
Incredible.
Player of the month.
So, like, I just want to make this final point. Like, the way I looked at Arsenal, the 3 things I took away from it, Koscielny and Socrates should be our backline. There's no discuss. And if Koscielny gets injured, Mavropanos should come in. Mustafi at right back. It's just we need a right back basically.
True.
I don't know who we're gonna put there, but we need a right back.
It's warm weather. It's warm weather, and Lichtsteiner gains about 18 miles an hour of pace. when
crazy. He was like Theo. He was Theo Walker. It was just like,
yeah, because the weather is warm. The bones are not creaking anymore. WD-40 has been installed.
Mm-hmm. Wow. And the final thing that in the attack and midfield areas, I just feel like, see, Lacazette, right, not being this Europa League against Stade Rennais, because everyone's saying Stade Rennais is, oh my goodness, like Lacazette is key to this attack. Whether he misses chances, the work he gives up front it's something that none of our other players can do. And it's like, I'm worried about Stade Rennais because the way they play, Ismail Assar, Ben Arfa, it's just like, this could go wrong without Lacazette. That's really what scared me. Like, it really could go wrong. So I guess I'm looking at this game, and Arsenal fans, extremely reactionary. I see man saying that we've secured top 4 because man.
No, we haven't. Come on, whoever's saying that.
Twitter, like, it's like, I personally feel we're finishing 5th. I said 6th, but we're finishing. I think we're finishing 5th.
6th.
But it's like Lacazette not being that Europe. People should not take Stade Rennais so easily. Like, I mean, I don't know why people cannot be batting worse.
The thing is, I after Arsenal's reputation, I don't take any team easily. But I said before, before the draw was made, I did say, taking into account travelling distance and the quality of the side, Rennes would be the ideal opponent.
Yeah,
so for me, we got a favourable draw.
They also
they got Ben Arfa.
It's a favourable draw. I'm just saying that the way Rennes play, we need the front to press hard. Like, we need hard.
Lacazette shouldn't have got suspended.
And they
Can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
You should be talking about Rennes, not you. So you should be even considering this as a big game. You shouldn't be even talking about it.
Well, that's how far we've fallen. That's how far.
Yeah, that's what Tony's fighting against. Tony is shutting up here right now. Yeah, I'm talking. You should be. You should be going at these guys.
You just really have to.
Talking about Rennes in a podcast.
This is what I've been moaning about.
Yeah.
Well, you realize.
No offense to Rennes, but then come on, you're awesome.
I said this in the group. Think about this. We are the only club in the top 6 without one genuine, non-debatable world-class player. Think about it.
True.
Okay. So this is like Statman Day for Man United preparing an analysis report on some shit farmer club. Okay. I'm sorry about that, but on some lower side league.
I need to call something out
and saying that we should be pressing against these boys. These are actually a good.
I'm just saying.
No one's going to view it. No one's going to be bothered about it.
When I watch the game, they pocketed a lot.
I need to address something here. How can you say we haven't got? I'll give you one world-class player in our team, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang.
He's not in the Champions League. That's it.
That's the thing. That's the thing we've been talking about.
That means Hazard isn't world-class. That means when United win Europa League, De Gea wasn't world-class. It's not true.
Well, I think they were in the Champions
League. You see,
hang on. But De Gea, he should be a triple winner by now. If it wasn't for the tax machine, they would have made.
Hazard has performed at the World Cup. De Gea has performed in where has De Gea actually? De Gea is just De Gea. But the way I look at world class players, right? It's like when you see like a player that has his case to start, not be in any team, to start at any club in the world, like any club, any of the elite clubs. Yeah. That's the way I judge world class players. I don't feel like Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is at right now exactly. Is at Lewandowski's level, at Aguero's level, at the goals. He has the goals to back him up, but so does Lukaku. Lukaku has more goals than Drogba. You know what I'm saying? So the stats, I don't go by stats. I go by like from what I'm watching. You know what I'm saying? I like you get what I'm saying? Lukaku.
Ash is dying right now.
I actually feel sorry for him. You know. I actually kind of backed that guy last season, and the levels he's reached right now. Oh my.
I remember. I remember Ash this summer. I remember Ash this summer going at me with like, "Oh, Big Rom is gonna score. You'll see, Big Rom."
I just want to ask. I just want to ask.
I have to go.
Okay.
All right, man. Good.
Thanks for the participation, Woogie.
One quick question before you go, Woogie. How impressed were you with Gerard Deulofeu doing the once a season Gerard Deulofeu show for Watford?
I mean, he did the same. He did the same against Chelsea last season. Walked through them and scored. And I just feel like players like that, the inconsistent ones. That's what separates the talent from like the world class level. You get. So he has all the, but some players just can't reach that world class level of consistency. You have to combine talent, decision making, and consistency. He just, for some reason, he just turns into Messi, and then next week he's back into Alex. All right, so
I just want to ask.
I know Tony liked that one, so.
I just want to ask each of you. Woogie has to go now, but I want to ask each of you. I just want a one-worded answer because we do need to move on to the next segment. I want a one-worded answer from each of you. Alba, what position is Arsenal going to finish this season at the moment? What do you think your mind's at? One-worded answer. One-worded.
5th. I'm going to play it safe. 5th.
Ash, one-word answer.
I'd say 5th, yeah. Because I'm a Man United fan.
Sanj, where's Arsenal going to finish? One-word answer.
5th.
You sort of too optimistic. Dan? Is Dan here? 4th.
7th.
Okay, Dan is definitely Thai in disguise.
But then it's still, the thing is,
I think 6.
No. Oh yeah, maybe.
All right, but we're finishing. All right, we're finishing. Listen, you guys, we're finishing 3rd. Complete season, Europa League, everything sealed. Emery, 100 million transfer budget.
Come
Adidas
on.
at the Emirates Stadium. He was number 7 next season when Mkhitaryan is sold.
There is more chance of True Geordie having a sex change.
Oh my god!
Yeah, that was crazy. All right, I'll see you lot. All right.
Anyway, moving on to the Bundesliga. We got into our European League segment. Borussia Dortmund still at the top of the table, 3 points clear of Bayern, who in turn Bayern are 8 points clear of Borussia Mönchengladbach. It certainly seems a 2-horse race now between Dortmund and Munich. What's your thoughts on this, Uber?
Yeah, I wanted to talk about this because, first of all, I told you, like, first or second podcast we did that Gladbach are very Spursy, and you thought they were in a title race. I told you they would Spurs it up, and they Spurs it up.
At the time, they weren't Bayern, to be fair. They weren't too for the time, but it seems to be extending now.
They completely got smashed away at Wolfsburg, actually at home. At home against Wolfsburg, they got countered. Wolfsburg scored 3 goals on 5 shots. So it's like, it's so funny. But anyway, Bayern with a routine 1-0 win at home against Hertha. It took a bit of time, but Javi Martinez with the goal. But the game I wanted to talk about was the game I hyped last Thursday on the podcast, and I told Sanj it was going to be a good game, and boy did it deliver. Dortmund 3, Leverkusen 2. There were some killer goals in that. Arsenal target Kai Havertz getting an assist after a lovely move. Kevin Volland scoring for 1-1 in the first half. Zagadou got the first one for Dortmund. Jadon Sancho on a deadly volley for 2-1 right before halftime. Götze then in the second half scored a sort of a bounced ball outside the area. He placed it in the corner, and Jonathan Tah completed the scoring for Leverkusen at 3-2. But I want to ask Sanj, since you changed your name to Jadon Sancho, how thrilled are you by Jadon Sancho's level of performance this season as someone who I suspect is an England fan?
Yeah, it's really encouraging to see, really, that young players are going abroad, and instead I think it's better if they go abroad, because a lot of English players get loaned to League 1 and League 2 or Championship, and they come back to the Premier League and they're still not developed. And I feel like this is because League 1, League 2 and Championship are very like direct Route 1 English style football. Whereas if you send and when they come back to the Premier League, they haven't really developed technically because they play Route 1 football, and if anything they've only increased their strength really by playing lower league football. If you send them off to Germany or Spain, their leagues are a lot more technical, so they're actually improving their technical ability, which is what the big clubs want. So when they come back, obviously I know Sancho's not alone, he's a permanent player at Dortmund. But when they come back to the Premier League, to the top 6, they've got the experience and the loan that they wanted, that they needed. So it's Sancho's setting an example, really. He's saying, don't sit on the bench all week, for example, like Phil Foden or like Hudson-Odoi. He's saying, go play abroad. They'll give you game time. They'll trust you.
Yeah.
And it's exciting to see how he's developing, because I'm pretty sure an English club will come and overpay for him, but he'll probably be worth it because he's developed to a really good player at Dortmund.
It's similar to Smith Rowe. Like Smith Rowe's gone out to Germany, Red Bull Leipzig. Like he could come back. He was already a young prospect and top talent, but Smith Rowe could come back in a much improved, more confident player.
Yeah, I don't know about Reece Nelson, but how's he doing at Hoffenheim?
He's doing brilliant. He's doing brilliant.
He's been doing really well, but he recently had a bad back injury that set him back a lot. But he's been slowly regaining his fitness, and actually Leipzig and Hoffenheim played tonight. Actually, Reece Nelson made an appearance, but in the 82nd minute. So it was.
So at least he's fit now.
My question to the two of you, I'll start with you, Alba. Apart from Dortmund and Bayern Munich, who are pretty much guaranteed to be getting the Champions League places, and with Borussia Mönchengladbach dropping points, it seems the top 4 race for third and fourth really up. So looking at the table, what's your prediction for third and fourth? Who will finish in them places?
I think it stays as it is. So
Mönchengladbach and Leipzig.
Yeah,
and Europa, 5th and I think 6th get a qualifying place in 5th group stage.
Leverkusen to finish 5th, Frankfurt to finish 6th.
So you don't think Wolfsburg will stay 5th?
No, Wolfsburg are gonna fall off. I mean, they always do this. Wolfsburg always kind of fall back. But I wanted to involve Ash into this conversation about Sancho, because Sancho's been linked to Manchester United. How much would you pay for a young, talented right winger like him?
I'm actually impressed by that boy, and just like Stan said, a lot of players go abroad, but then they go to a lower, like League 1 and League 2, and when they come back, they're not actually fully matured. And then in England, you don't get much game time. But then the system in Germany is actually different. I'm talking about the play style. It's high pressing, intensity game. So that's something that can, it's actually suitable for the English league. I mean, you don't need to adapt physically because you're already working in a high intense league. So it's actually more encouraging that English talents are getting noticed abroad. So I actually wouldn't mind Angel Gomez going on loan to Dortmund if he doesn't get game time. If he's not in his if he's not in his plans in the next season, let's say for Solskjaer, he should be loaned out because I think he's a good talent. So just like Sancho, I'd actually pay 70 million for him. I mean, the things that he's English and you can bring him back.
It's funny. It's funny.
I could actually pay.
Sorry, it's funny you say. I just want to give our fans a preview and a bit of a teaser there. It's funny you mentioned about Sancho being linked with Manchester United. I have got a big update in the transfer segment for Friday's episode, so check that one out to everyone watching this.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
My sources are giving me a saucy story.
Oh yeah.
Anyway,
I'm going to build a tempo then.
And I've got an update on Koulibaly. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, that's the most important thing. Yeah, that's the most important.
So
that's priority number 1.
So Ash, instead of a little Ganesh statue, you're gonna have a Tony statue.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that.
Ash said if when Koulibaly joins United.
But then it's still not sure, is it?
It is. I'm telling you, it will happen. You heard it here first.
Yeah, but then if you fail to make top 4, is it going to change if you fail to make top 4? Or are you saying the deal's already done and dusted?
It's not confirmed now, but it will happen in the summer. It will happen. It's not confirmed now, but it will happen.
Yeah,
What's the thing that's missing? Is he Is he like, hesitating with the pay, or is it like he wants better ambition for United?
I think.
Or does he want Jose Mourinho back?
No, from what I've seen, he sees Manchester United going in the right direction. That's all I'm going to say for now. I'll expand more on that on Friday's episode.
Hopefully, yeah. Can't wait for Friday.
Anyway, on that point, since Ash is going to have to worship Tony, that's the perfect thing we need for Tony's ego. Yeah. Just for it to grow a bit more. Yeah, stroke Tony's ego.
Well, all I'm going to say is when it comes to transfer place to be, because I've got some sources that are going to prove me right in the summer.
Damn.
Anyway, when it comes to worshipping, what else to say about Lionel Messi? I mean, the guy had 3 goals and an assist in the Sevilla game. Barca went down twice. Messi brought them back, and then to victory. I mean, this was absolutely insane by Messi, and it's even more puzzling by Barcelona, because if Messi doesn't score, nobody scores.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. So, let's talk about the positive side of Messi. The game that the way they played, he's actually shut everyone down, especially Pele, when he said that he's got only one skill. I don't know what he was on. What was in his mind there? I mean, he scored a volley and a right foot. Yeah, and a right foot score as well. So things that I actually didn't think Barcelona would actually win that match, because Sevilla it was away to Sevilla, and then, the scoreline, like, they had to come back twice. So I actually thought it would be a draw, but then Messi did one of those.
Can I just say, I just want to say that that first goal by Messi for me is one of the contenders for goal of the season.
Yeah, the bowling, the technique is actually really good.
Yeah.
What
a goal!
I just like to say that it's insane to me that 2 guys like Ivan Rakitic and Messi can just at will do like playground stuff. It's literally what you practice with your friends on the playground. Hey, hit me a ball so I can volley it. And it was literally that. It's like, hit me across so I can put it in the top corner. It's literally as if the Sevilla players weren't there. It's it was completely crazy, but
this man has been carrying. Carrying is still an overstatement, but then come on, he's been doing all the hard work, and I'm a Ronaldo fan too. So I think
I'm a Ronaldo
Messi
fan.
So Messi can win the Player of the Year if he wants to, because it's in his hand right now. He's done it all, and the only thing that's missing is Barcelona getting to the Champions League final.
Okay. Can I just point out one thing as well? Spanish table at the moment. Getafe are now up to 4th, above 2 points above Sevilla now. What are your thoughts on this, Uber?
Well, this is. I mean, the league. That league has been completely insane. There's
apart from the top 3.
Yeah, there's
how did Getafe up there? Get up there! I can't believe that.
Above Sevilla.
Oh my god!
I mean, Alaves were 3rd. They were like 6 weeks into the season. They were top of the league at one point. Like
Yeah.
Oh yeah. People actually. I had a lot of Alaves talk 2 weeks back.
But can I say, Barcelona's still running away with it. 7 points clear of Atletico. Haha, Andres.
Yeah, I just like to say one thing about Barca. I don't understand how this team, with all of this talent, can be so reliant on Messi. Because as much as Messi is great, but you expect some of the other players to step up and carry the can somewhat. You expect these defenders like Umtiti, the World Cup winner, the great Umtiti. I heard all the stories about how good he is. I mean, this guy was absolutely run ragged on 3 or 4 counterattacks by Wissam Ben Messi, who Ash knows very well from Old Trafford when Ben Yedder turned into Messi last season.
I would I'd like to ask Sanj. I'd like to ask you, with pretty much obviously Barcelona, Athletic and Real Madrid pretty much going to guarantee them top three. Fourth place, pretty much, the last Champions League spot in fourth place, pretty much up for grabs. Fifth going into the Europa League group stage, and the sixth getting the playoff for Europa League. Who do you think will get fourth, fifth, and sixth respectively? You've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 teams going for that fourth spot, or the fifth and the sixth spot. Getafe, Sevilla, Alaves, Real Betis, Real Sociedad, Valencia, and Athletic Bilbao, who are now on the same points as Valencia.
That's really tough because they've all got similar goal differences.
Yeah.
Looking at it, I don't think anyone below Real Sociedad will get.
I think Sevilla gets fourth.
You think Valencia are out?
Yeah, I think Valencia. I think they are. I think they're just a bit too far back. They could get Europa League spot, but not up top four.
But look at that, how strange. Real creeping back up and now in contention for a Europa League spot.
If you look at Valencia, they've only won 6 games this season.
That is poor. That is poor.
Let's be honest. Let's be honest about Valencia. Valencia are literally the anti-Tottenham. Tottenham can find a draw.
Yeah.
Valencia have drawn 15 out of 25 league games.
Tottenham are the only team to have not drawn a single game.
Meanwhile, Valencia have drawn 15 of 25.
Out of 25. That is 60% of their league. Is 60%.
That's mad. But Valencia are in the Europa League, so
yeah. If they were to win, get them back into that. Get them into the Champions League.
Yeah, but
wow,
anyway,
Getafe. Wow.
Getafe above Sevilla.
That'd be mad if they're in the Champions League.
Do you think Sevilla will still get fourth?
I believe they should.
Yeah, I think because they have a favourable run of fixtures.
What about 5th, 6th, 7th? If you had to call it 5th and 6th, sorry.
Getafe, I think they're up there for a reason, so they have to get 5th minimum or 6th.
6th? Do you think Alaves are good?
Yeah, go on, why not?
Yeah.
No,
are we all anonymous at Barcelona?
Barcelona will win the league, yeah.
Yeah.
Haha,
The thing is that if Messi's not injured,
I just want to have a look.
Yeah, the thing is that I think they got used to Messi. They got used to giving Messi all the ball, and then I'm not sure whether these guys have quality as in the sense that Barcelona quality, or is Messi actually making them look good? I'd say Messi's actually making these guys look good.
I would just like to bring something else to the viewers' attention.
Yeah,
goal difference
because,
between Barcelona and Athletic.
You got to pick between one. Yeah, it's either Messi or it's Barcelona.
Yeah.
And both of them are playing well, and that's proven time and again.
Look at the goal.
Yeah, so if Barcelona want to be sixth. Yeah.
Plus 40, plus 19. That is ridiculously far apart.
Atletico are never going to get a good goal difference, so there's no chance that they're going to beat Barcelona on goals scored or goals. Yeah. Maybe they could concede less, but then there's no chance that they're going to beat Barcelona on goal difference.
Yeah, on the point that Ash was saying, it's if Messi stays fit. It's literally if Messi stays fit, because people still think that Luis Suarez is the same player he was at Liverpool or a couple of years ago. He's not. He's like completely washed.
No.
Physically, he's done. He's toast. Like physically, he basically can't move around. He's become a plodding center forward. He looks more like Aduriz, who Valverde used to coach for Athletic Bilbao, than he looks like Luis Suarez. He's become slow, plodding, methodical center forward. He's not dynamic anymore. He can't press the way he used to. Like, his legs are just going same way Alexis Sanchez's legs went. And it's because
Sanchez is gone. He's dead.
Yeah,
it's completely dead.
It's because of the amount of football that these guys play from such a young age. These South American guys, and with the intensity, especially the Uruguayans and the Chileans, the way they play, the intensity, the pressing, the running, the amount of international football, it just compounds. And of course, that Suarez, I think Suarez is 31 or 32 now, so it's kind of, it's looking likely that he's going to decline more and more. He did score a goal in this game, the final one, of a beautiful Messi assist, but I just don't think this guy has it anymore. It's just
like you said, Barcelona have to replace Suarez, Suarez, and they can't compromise with anyone lower than him. So that's a really hard thing to do right now.
Yeah, but my point on that would be just play Messi through the middle and play Coutinho and Dembele with him. Why don't you, like? But again, it is Valverde, and it is, as I like to call him, rigid Ernesto, because he can't possibly conceive of a team without a target man. It's like he's always been this guy who has to have this sort of focal point guy in his team, and he has to have this center forward. But right now, Barcelona's best option is play Messi through the middle and play Dembele and Coutinho with him, because Suarez is just toast. He's not the same player.
Moving on over to Italy.
Yeah.
Juventus still unbeaten. 13 points clear of second place Napoli, who also won this weekend. Napoli beating Parma 4-0 away, and Juventus beating Bologna 1-0 away. What are your thoughts on this, Uber?
Well, I can't. Just 1 second. Did you say Bologna?
Excuse my pronunciation.
Bologna.
Juventus now still 13 points clear of Napoli. Inter Milan, AC Milan, and Roma all now fighting for third and fourth respectively. What are your thoughts on this quickly, Uber?
Yeah, well, I was impressed with Napoli at the weekend, obviously winning 4-0 at Parma. Parma's been a tough ground for a lot of teams this season, and Arkadiusz Milik getting 2 goals, Zielinski with a goal. They look really, really good. Napoli, really fluid. And, of course, Carlo Ancelotti seems to have them playing excellent football, as you would expect. And they, in my opinion, are definitely favorites for the Europa League title. They are really good team. I mean, you can't compete. You can't compete with Juve because Juve are so far ahead with the budgets they have. But Napoli are a phenomenal team, and anyone will have trouble facing them in Europe. And as for Juve, Paulo Dybala bailed them out against Bologna. It was a really, really tough game. Again, Juve played like crap. They had less possession than Bologna. They had 5 shots to Bologna's 13. Both teams had 4 shots on target. You would say a classic Italian game, but Juve were really, really not good in this game.
And Juve are on track to break 100 points. They could potentially, if they were to win all of their remaining games, get to 108 points.
Yeah, but we all know they're going to win Serie A. That's not what Juventus were aiming for this season. They were aiming to compete in the Champions League, and they just don't look right. They don't look right at all, and the fact that you get outplayed by Bologna is not something you should write home about. It's not, and Paulo Dybala has to come on and bail you out. This is not good, and I don't think they'll get out of the Atleti draw. As for a team that played really, really well, I have to commend Fiorentina getting a 3-3 draw with Inter. That was a really good performance for Fiorentina, I thought. They had some standout performances, mainly by Luis Muriel coming off the bench and scoring a goal. Inter, meanwhile, seemed to be sliding further and further down the table, and are now in trouble in missing out on top 4. They have gone from being about 7 or 8 points clear of AC Milan to now just being 2 points clear, and Roma in 5th are just 3 points behind Inter, and it all seems to come down to the Mauro Icardi saga that we already talked about. Icardi again not playing in this game. He was not even in the team. He seems to have a mysterious knee injury now, which
it all seems a bit fishy.
Yeah, it's really fishy.
Italian mafia.
Yeah.
Oh, for God's sake! For God's sake!
Which it's all very fishy. Meanwhile, during this weekend or during last week, since we last talked about Icardi, his wife and agent Vandanara had rocks thrown at her car by Inter Ultras. So that happened as well. So it's an entire insanity going on in Italy, and meanwhile Inter sliding back into the top 4 race, and Roma looking good with Edin Dzeko coming back and scoring 2 goals, as well as Lorenzo Pellegrini. They looked...
Let's keep in mind as well, Lazio, 6th place Lazio, still have a game in hand over the rest against Udinese as well.
True. It is quite a tempting proposition for Lazio, but, I mean, Roma with Dzeko, I would think, because he was injured for most of the season, Dzeko is their talisman, sort of, so I would say that Roma with Dzeko are going to get a spot, and I would even say they will get a spot now with Dzeko ahead of Inter, and them and Milan. Roma and Milan could be...
You don't think Inter Milan will get top 4?
No, because I think this entire Icardi situation has gone completely bananas. I think this has really wrecked the team, and I think Spalletti has lost control of the dressing room, and there's a lot of egos in that dressing room, a lot of people not getting along, so I don't see them making top. They've just been on a weird slide that doesn't seem to be able to get fixed, and Roma keep improving, and a fit Dzeko scoring 2 goals, and of course, again, Roma had to bail themselves out against Frosinone away. Frosinone are in the relegation zone. They are second to last, so it's not brilliant by Roma, but I think with Edin Dzeko, they will, with a fit Dzeko, I think they'll have enough goals to overcome their defensive issues.
And can we also, before I ask Sandra next question, I want to ask Sandra his opinion on something. Before we get to that, can we all give a round of applause to Chiavo, who have finally got into double-figured points?
Oh my God.
Delay.
Started with minus 3 points at the start of the season, and now they're on 10.
Oh, come on, man.
So, hats off to them. They didn't finish the season single-figured points, or minus. Over to France, same old from the Farmers League. Paris Saint-Germain, running riot. 68 points now, 17 points clear of Lille with a game in hand. Could potentially go 20 points clear at the top. What a joke of a league this is.
Fuck.
Don't say that, because if Ren beat you, you're going to be looking stupid.
Well, but I admit we're stupid, don't I?
True.
Yeah, come on, but the lead is, oh my God, 51 and 68.
Yeah.
Look at that.
No, look at this. And PSG have a game in hand, so they could be on 71.
The goal difference though.
63.
77 goals for 14 conceded.
That is embarrassing. That is embarrassing at its highest level. That what a disgrace to the French league, to European football they are.
Oh,
honestly, that is a contender to be in my rant battle.
Listen, shout out to Kylian Mbappe though. He scored another 2 goals this weekend. He's now up to, I think, 21 league goals this season.
Yeah.
And
the big shock of the weekend as well was Monaco beating Lyon 2-0.
Well, Jardim is back.
Yeah, they're up to 16th now. They are 5 points clear of relegation.
So, Kylian Mbappe, before we go on, Kylian Mbappe has 22 league goals in just 20 league appearances now.
Wow.
Madness.
Just
wow.
Wow.
But then, let's say I'm going to not give him the credit, because I wouldn't say 22 is, it's actually possible in the French league. I mean, if you put Messi or Ronaldo in that PSG team, in my opinion, they'd even fab.
They could get 50 in a season if they were in the French league.
Yeah, I mean, just imagine Zlatan actually got 54 goals overall at the age of 33. Or sorry, 32 or 30. So I think Kylian Mbappe should be doing better than that. He should be setting even more high.
This French league is a complete mock of football. It really is.
That's what I said, Don't hate me on. I know it's not because me being salty that Kylian Mbappe scored. It's just me being. Come on, that's just stupid. The stats is stupid. I think he's going to just stat pad.
It's a complete mockery.
Yeah, and he's going to stat pad, and I'm going to be furious if I consider if PSG get to the semi-finals or the finals, and if PSG. I mean, the thing is that Kylian Mbappe is for winning the Player of the Year. I mean, I wouldn't say he deserves.
There has to be some sort before anyone uses financial fair play. Financial fair play is the biggest hoax in football history. Yeah, something has to be done. This French league is a pure example in black and white writing, in black and white clearly, of what's wrong with modern day football.
Yeah, but could
potentially be 20 points clear of second place. This is meant to be one of the top leagues in Europe.
That's a problem of the French FA. That's not the problem of UEFA and financial fair play. That's France's problem. Like UEFA can only control. Yeah, UEFA can only control PSG as far as the Champions League goes. It's not their concern in the domestic league what the hell happens. So the French FA need to find a way to balance this out. It's not PSG's problem that they haven't been controlled domestically.
The problem is because football's become so money orientated. The French authorities are making so much money from Paris Saint-Germain's gain that they're not going to sort this out for anything.
No.
Yeah, but then the league's going to have low viewership, definitely.
No,
but the dominance of PSG is making up for that.
Yeah,
true.
Yeah, I'm just, to be honest, I feel very bad to like if you look at the table, it's just saddening.
Yep. It is.
As far as I'm concerned, in my eyes, Lille are the best team in France because Paris Saint-Germain are in a league of their own. What a joke. What a joke.
Anyway, on that point, before we end, there is a full slate of Premier League fixtures in midweek. With firstly on Wednesday, Arsenal in the early kickoff slot playing Bournemouth at home. Big game for Arsenal in terms of the top four race. It's a must win, as well as injured Manchester United facing Crystal Palace away. Crystal Palace, who by the way on the weekend sacked Claude Puel by winning 4-1, Wilfried Zaha scoring 2 goals. Crystal Palace, who are on form. Michy Batshuayi has been on form. Zaha's been on form. Townsend's been playing well. With all of the injuries that you currently have, Ash, bearing in mind for Crystal Palace, Mamadou Sakho and Wan-Bissaka will not be available, but with the injuries to Manchester United squad, are you confident ahead of this game?
I'm slightly less confident. I think we can shut them down, but then I don't know if we have the offensive capability to break the defense apart. Thing is that we're missing Herrera. So there's no. I can't expect Scott McTominay or Pereira to fill that gap between. To fill the shoes of Herrera and Matic. Scott McTominay to an extent because we're playing Crystal Palace and the onus is on us to attack.
Yeah.
But Herrera, I don't know. Someone's got to, because he's the one who's been helping Pogba, and he's actually really crucial to us, apart from Paul Pogba. And secondly, I don't know what Fred is up to, or is he actually good? I'm actually puzzled to what's going on with the Fred situation, because if he's not good enough, then he shouldn't be playing right now. Maybe that's why Solskjaer or Jose Mourinho rested him. Jose got slated for it, and you can't have double standard for Ole, because Ole should definitely play him if he's good enough. Scott talk. I mean, he's definitely better than Pereira because he cost us 50 million. So there's something going on. Maybe it's the attitude or it's the quality. Maybe he's not fit for the league.
Ash, I think you should be more positive like I am.
No, I'm not. Yeah, I should be more positive, but that he should he should have played at least a minimal amount of games. That's the thing. I'm not sure if it's the Brazilian curse. I actually kind of feel that. I mean, it's actually true. I mean, Brazilians would make a good.
So you
it's not a good it's not a good dramatic story. Man United Brazilians, yeah.
So you think he's another Anderson?
Yeah, that's what it feels. I think it's a flop signing.
I think he's more. I think he's more Jemba though.
Yeah. Well, South Americans don't do it.
No, but then I actually thought Fred would come on in Liverpool because I thought Pereira. I mean, anyone would put Fred on for Pereira.
Fred Jemba.
That gives me a lot of questions. Yeah, that's what gives me a lot of questions. But then I think Fred would be given a shot. Fred would be given an appearance. I mean, the thing is that he's got a big pressure on him. It's just time to prove people wrong. Yeah. So it's either the manager's fault or it's either his fault. So we'll be knowing about it in the next couple of games.
Yeah.
And then about Lukaku and Sanchez, hopefully they start to sink in. Or Paul Pogba does a worldie and scores a worldie. Because I have less faith in Lukaku. He was atrocious against Liverpool. Apart from that few good moments, he had a Smalling cross, and then he should have bullied Robertson.
Yeah.
That's what I said. There was moments where Robertson actually, physically outmaneuvered Lukaku, especially in his own. He actually. It's actually shocking. I mean, I actually rated Lukaku. I backed Lukaku, especially at the start of the season, saying that he can improve. He can improve on his first test, but now for me now it's like I've lost hope on him. I mean, I'm not sure whether it's the system or it's Lukaku's fault because I think it's partly both. So, and Sanchez has to step up. 450,000 a week, please come on. I mean, we're not asking him to deliver in a derby or in a big game, but then it's Crystal Palace, and then we go off to Southampton next. So he's got to do something because I think he's only paid 10p's of he's only showed us 10p's of what we've been paying.
Anyway,
it's the frustrations of a Man United fan right now, especially when you lose your best players. These are your top. Rashford, they fight Rashford. I mean, I can't be more proud of that guy. I'm so proud of him. Yeah, he kept on running despite having a groin.
Yeah.
And then we have Sanchez, who's being, he's suddenly missing the Chelsea because of an injury. He gets out the bench, but then there are speculations that he's injured. That's not the attitude that you want to have. Because I'm actually starting to doubt the attitudes of Fred, and I think both of them look disinterested. And then Lukaku, he wants to play, but then he's not. So there's a lot of confusion going on there, and hopefully Ole finds something.
For Manchester United, Herrera, Lingard, Mata, Matic, Martial, and Rashford are all out. So Martial and Rashford are question marks, but Herrera, Matic, Mata, and Lingard are all confirmed to be out for this game.
Yeah, and before they say the youth are going to get a chance, Mason Greenwood is out. Yeah. So there's only one option. That's Tahith Shah.
Yeah, I love what Ole said. He's like, after the game, he was like, "Don't worry, we'll come out with 11 players."
Yeah, that's what he said. It's about managing, and he's that's what I like about it. Like I said, he was brought on to bring on the good vibes. So hopefully that gives us a result. Yeah. I mean, if it wasn't a Jose Mourinho, I'd say we'd lose the game. I mean, it's all because and I'm a Jose. I was a Jose backer, but then the attitude would be like, no, we don't have a Man United player. Yeah. We don't have a Man United team, so you can't expect us to go out there and say that I'm going to win confidently.
Yeah.
You're not going to. That's what Jose would have said. He would have played it down. He would have killed the fixture. And that would have ruined the mood in some way, form or another, especially considering the fact that our run has been poor in the first half of the season.
We do not have
Ole
a
has,
Manchester United
it's a good thing that Ole
player.
has given some positivity.
We do not have a Manchester United player.
And
we are not fit. We are not ready, and we will not compete with Liverpool.
No, he's gonna say, "Are you telling me not one player of the Crystal Palace team would get into my Manchester United side? Respect, man.
Respect. I am not telling you that Roy
hopefully
the
B-Tech Van Dijk plays well, plays exactly the way he played against Liverpool. Chris Smalling, and then I think we'd be playing Lindelof and Bailly. I don't think Smalling would get a chance though. If he plays, he's got to keep up the same, because you're playing against Zaha. Yeah, the front three. That's
So
who are on actually good form.
So your expectation is that Fred Jemba will get a game?
I think Fred is going to get a game, but then it's up to him, right? There's a lot of pressure on him. He's got to deliver, and imagine going with this squad to PSG. Fucking hell!
Oh no, we'll get to that in the
listen. We don't need a preview for that, right? Just go out there. Don't stress yourself. Then just come back. I don't mind the risk. Just show up to work. That's what I do, right? When you hate your job so much, you just fucking show up. Or when you're in your notice period, when you ever leave your company, just show up and then just come on.
Yeah, we'll get to that in the following episodes. We'll get to that in the following episodes. Meanwhile, Liverpool look to get back on track against rampant Watford. Sanj, do you think that this game is definitely a game that Liverpool will win, or are you a bit less convinced given the performance at the weekend and given what Watford showed on Friday?
A little bit with the form. You're looking at Watford, they're brilliant, and we're not so in good form. So yes, there's that. But in the previous 2 seasons, we have absolutely spanked Watford at Anfield. So this could be the perfect fixture for Liverpool, just to get a bit of the confidence and the goals back. Salah got 4 goals against them last season. We smashed them 6-1 the season before that. So this could be the perfect game for the front three to get a few goals, get the confidence going again.
Yeah, hopefully the Egyptian Richarlison scores, yeah?
Yeah, okay. I thought he was the Egyptian.
What happened? You're not talking, mate. You said you're going to get spanked, huh? Luke Shaw put you in his pocket. Luke Shaw, the guy who got injured, who was an outcast before the season. You couldn't crack a miss with it.
Congratulations on winning your only trophy this
season. You actually made Chris Smalling look bad. Yeah, but then you actually, I'd rather have we stopped the Mo Salah trophy than we slipped the league again. That's much better. Do you realize that Premier League is your only hope? Yeah, it's your only hope.
I know, but it's not.
There's no difference between Liverpool and Man United. Yeah, it's gonna go. Don't worry, it's gonna go. Pep has got 2
teams. As of right now, it's not gone.
As of right now, yeah, that's the only thing that you have. You got just 1 point. Yeah, 1 point is all you get.
1 point is all they falling in love.
Yeah, that's what. Trust me, if Liverpool draw the next one, the title race is over officially.
Okay. It's all Gronky's fault.
So who are you going to blame now? Yeah. Listen, Sanj. I'm not trying to aggravate it, but the thing is that you actually made 4 draws in the last 5 games.
Sanj, I give you permission to blame Gronky. You have my blessing.
But seriously though,
we were actually there for the taking. We were there for the taking that match.
You were.
And I still can't believe how Klopp did manage to capitalize on it. He should have gone with Keita.
Yeah. Yesterday we were poor, but I'll give you this. Our run-in, we still have to play Huddersfield at home, Southampton away, Cardiff away, Burnley at home, and there's the teams that Salah seems to prevail against. So, if we win those games comfortably, get a bit of confidence going up again, Salah starts going. There's only three if you include Everton. Everton away, Chelsea home, Spurs home. 3 big games where Salah will go missing again.
No, you're not going to say that. You're the guy who actually hyped Salah, right? He's only scored 1 goal against the top 6 sides in 8 games.
I know he's been poor this season. He's been poor, but Firmino, I think he's got the most goals against the big clubs this season. Provided 3 of them came against Arsenal. He did score against PSG. He did score in the Man City game, which was huge.
And don't you even think one bit that Man United are going to win against City, because we're finished. We don't have the squad to beat City.
Well, so how long until you play?
Yeah.
How long until you play them? It's going to be end of April, isn't it?
April, but then I don't think you'll be beating City. There's no chance of beating City.
Maybe Rashford and Lingard, they'll all be back fit, fully fresh.
Yeah, so you're going to pray for them. Yeah. The thing is, look at Liverpool fan. Look at this Liverpool fan. You're actually praying more than me. You actually want them to back faster.
Pep said, I want Manchester United to win. So it's not just Liverpool fans.
Yeah. That's what Pep says. He's trying to act humble. He's trying to be humble. That's what they all say. These big managers.
But you'll be out of Europe. Man City will be far in Europe. They'll be far in the FA.
But then Tony has given me a video saying that we'd be signing Koulibaly, so I don't care.
They will sign Koulibaly.
Yeah, so the thing is that, if you ask me top 4 or getting the players we want, I'd say getting the players we want. So I kind of believe in Tony.
Do you believe my source, Ash?
Yeah, I do believe in
Thank you very much. Would I lie to you? I'm a very honest guy.
I love that it only took us 2 hours of the podcast to get to this, for Ash to start firing at Sanj for not winning.
I was actually waiting for it,
Yeah.
You were waiting to get him alone.
I'm glad it was just Ash and not Dan and Ash.
On a brighter note, at least we can all sit in agreement that Tottenham are the bottom of the club, so we can all laugh at them.
Yeah, they're playing Chelsea on Wednesday away at the Bridge, and honestly, in this state, if Chelsea managed to win this in this state, obviously the best result for both. Yeah, the best result for both Arsenal and Man United would be a draw, but if Chelsea managed to beat them and Arsenal win, it's only 4 points off of St. Tottenham's again.
Yeah, but then if you ask me but then I would rather have Chelsea lose, because if Chelsea win this one, they're back in the top 4 race and they're gonna. So that's something you don't want.
Yeah, so
I'd rather have less players. Yeah, I'd rather have less competition in top 4. So it's time,
But listen, Spurs are due a draw. Spurs have to draw a game.
Yes.
So I think this is the perfect moment. This is the perfect moment for Spurs to get a draw. I think this one will be a draw. And Sanj, before we end the pod, do you have any faith in Pellegrini not just turning up at the Etihad and pulling his pants down for his former club?
If he does that, then I expect Rafa to do the same when we go to Newcastle.
Rafa's gonna park the bunker. He's gonna park the shit out of Anfield. He's gonna show his white ass, and he's gonna say, "Come on, try to hit me now, you fucking idiot!" Exactly for a reason. Now you rely.
Rafa's gonna.
We'll match fix. We'll say play a dodgy back pass that's too soft, and Firmino will nick the goal.
I actually want Rafa to fuck that shit. I mean, I just want them to play 10 at the back, flat 10. I don't even care, Just dribble up on Salah, do anything you want. Just don't let them score, I want Klopp to lose his mind. He should be bringing on Keita. He should, it should be like one of those games that you have little brother where you fucking fucks us and then you still manage. there's like 10 players in this, in the same, like there's like 18 players in the same, but then you still don't score.
I think on that note, we should wrap up this podcast. Yeah. Thank you to Sanj and to Ash for again appearing on our podcast, and of course, thanks to my brilliant co-host Alba.
Brilliant is a significant overstatement, but definitely thanks to all of the guys. This is our first show with the full lineup: Dan, Woogie, Ash, Sanj. Thanks to everyone. This has been a blast.
But like, share, subscribe to our YouTube and to our Twitter page, Rant_boys, and keep sending in your suggestions, what you would like to see on future content. Me and Alba are taking in all ideas from everyone.
Yep.
Definitely. Just please keep plugging, keep supporting, sharing, liking, subscribing, and we'll continue to produce bigger and better content.
Definitely. This is just the start. We're just building, but this has been awesome. First podcast with the whole crew and many more to come, and it's definitely been a blast. So thank you guys for subscribing and sharing. Keep doing it. Keep helping us out. It means a lot, and we'll keep coming out with the content so that this time next year, Tony,
we're going to be millionaires.
Yeah. And that's it for the Rant Boys for tonight. Guys, thanks for tuning in, and have a good day.
See you Friday.